Yo, 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 what's good? What's good in the hood? What's going on? It's
Wait,
wild
hold
out
up,
there.
JP. Why my shit say that?
It's wild.
It's not letting me do it.
Yo, that's crazy. Got a little technical difficulty trying to do a little collab live right now.
Mm.
We got Big U.
So I'm gonna just do a regular, cause that shit ain't rotating or pressing nothing.
Yeah, Big U indicted.
Yeah, it's looking all bad right now. The 6 O's and finally got cracked, man. All that internet stuff. We've been hearing about it for a while, but everybody in jail, but Big U and who's the other character that they said was they looking for?
Brian Perez.
Brian Perez. So
Mayhem.
them is the fugitives that's out right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. That's wild. Yeah, so yeah, Big U missing though, and that's what people's word. They like, how is everybody like? How's everybody locked up? Like, I'm not sure you see Loose Cannon on there.
Brick baby.
Just the other day, getting into something with Cowboy. We got Brick Baby there. Yep, Brick Baby. So everybody locked up. Brick
They say
Baby.
about 18, 19 people then went down for that, and they said 4 was already in there. So somebody giving information, evidently.
Yeah.
And it's Brick Baby. I mean, not Brick Baby, Loose Cannon. And they all been giving us information in the world information for how long? 2, 3, ever since Snip died, pretty much.
Yeah.
We've been hearing a lot of stuff that's could get you locked up. That's criminal activity. And Big U escapes. And they say he be doing this. 600 personally, but 600 broke the story not too long ago about fingerprints of somebody.
Okay.
That's football, but we hear he's looked at as a.
He broke the story that he was investigating. He was investigating.
We said it's been out, but I don't think too many people heard about it.
Okay. Let's play this clip right here. We got a Loose Cannon discussing some robbery with Big U and some dispensary, I believe. Let's do it.
So basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to counting everything, right? And we be like, how the fuck they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cuz it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns. And when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that. And I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because
this
I'm
is
in
high tech shit.
I'm in
JP, what do you think about Loose Cannon supposedly with Wack? Now he's not with Wack. They're beefing, and all this stuff that's happening. He got on with supposedly Cowboy got at him. It's been a whole lot going on the internet, man. And it's hard to see what players match up. Who was on this side, who's on that side, with the situation going. What do you think about the Loose Cannon character?
A Loose Cannon, when I hear Loose Cannon, that, word on the street, he wild Loose Cannon, right? By his name, so don't.
But that's somebody else's
play with
name
him. It's
that
someone
he
else's
took.
name.
That's a producer. He took somebody else's identity.
Okay, but when I hear Loose Cannon talk, I don't know. I can't pass too much judgment on him as far as would he do some things or if he's done some things. But does he talk a lot? Yes, he does talk a lot. But it's a new age with the internet. Everybody talk a lot. I mean, you got to have some really good self control to do something and not want to brag about it on the internet.
That's loose lips for sure.
And even with the hanging over your head that you snitching on yourself. So,
Right.
So right here we got a quick little clip. We got Brick
Look,
Baby
outside
who's
of that,
talking about,
the feds picked you up 2 times,
feds
right?
picking up,
You said the feds have picked you up on numerous occasions, right?
What part?
Lady
What time?
Fino was
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Who
yeah,
they
yeah.
picking
Okay,
up?
so look,
So
you,
we
we gonna elaborate.
Loose Cannon and Brick Baby had no jumper yesterday, and this is March 19th. Hitting at why they've previously been picked up by the feds, including Big U. 16 hours later.
So this is
look, outside of that,
before
the feds picked you up 2 times, right?
everything
You said
went
the
down.
feds have picked you up on numerous occasions, right?
Yep.
And
What
they
part?
still-
Lady
What time?
Fino was
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Okay, so
Hey,
look,
So
you,
we
gonna elaborate and we gonna
If it ain't-
respond
if
to
you
that.
can't- if
Yeah,
you
no,
can't
no,
talk
no.
about the
Because
case, that's that.
at the end of the day, it's like this, right? Because when the same time they came and picked your ass up, right?
Stay
They
picking
came and
them
got
up.
big useless,
Niggas is talking.
right? And then they rolled on me.
yeah,
So you already know the answer.
I don't know that they wrote on you.
Come
I'm
on,
telling
man.
you. I'm saying
We dealing with this
2
same-
separate times.
Okay,
I hear you.
Okay,
I
wait,
hear you.
hold on.
You're talking.
No,
you
look
to them.
Okay, so listen.
You can't just say
what-
you know.
Okay,
You
no.
have to-
so
yeah.
so this is a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Brick Baby hit me.
They talking.
Well, like
I know
5,
what's up.
6
I
no,
know what's
hold
up.
on.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
you
On
want
the
clear?
play, on the play.
Yeah, on the
I just wanna
play,
point
right?
out
Yeah.
one thing. These dudes is from the same area, but they supposedly don't get along. They beefing. They act like they want to fight, but then they get on the phone or get in front of each other's face, and it's all content. It's all good. And who is playing the role? We don't know. Can Big U be part of it? We didn't heard he didn't told and he tells by 600, which we seen 600. That's what you should pull up. 600 then expose this story before it was really known to the community in 2021, and then a week later this happens.
Yeah.
Oh shit, why I say pause? Fuck, my shit tripping. Where do I go from pause? Just this?
It's live right now.
Yeah, my bad. I don't even know what's going on, but I know 600 been
And
waiting
then
for
some
this day,
dog.
and he seemed like he might be with the boys, but then it's no telling. It's Big U with the boys. He's the only one free still, plus Brian Perez. They're the fugitives they looking for. And Brick Baby and Loose Cannon been talking a lot, as you can see, JP. What they've been, and they don't supposed to like each other, but they've been telling a lot of stuff that maybe the internet shouldn't know
A lot of stories.
about when people get picked up and who got picked
the
up and what they said.
For the views.
Eat
Yeah, let's move on
somebody,
to
right?
stuff. So yeah. So let's go into what you were saying about 600.
Yeah, everybody's saying right now, we see on the internet is Whack 100, 600. Whack 100 had the Crips turn on
Right.
each other.
So
but
they contact Brick.
dude's been talking too much, period, because they want these views and they want to seem like something, even if it costs them their freedom. But when you see Loose Cannon get locked up by the unmarked people with hats and smiling, what do you think about that? Does it look like
Yeah,
real
that's
deal?
crazy. That sounds like it was a play. Like they not worried about you. You not a threat to them as far as like them coming. Like you not urgent to them taking you off the streets because you not armed. That they happy and smiling.
Yeah, like it's almost a joke, but how can it be a joke when the news is involved? You know what I'm saying? Do you think you can pay them to run a story even if it's not so true?
Man,
What do you think?
I don't know. So you think that the Fed indictment is a play?
Not to an extent. Somebody gotta go, but who gotta go, and who's really
So only
giving information, and do everybody that's sitting on this picture, are they the ones that's everybody gotta go, or is it some of them? We know niggas is gonna tell, niggas is gonna
how
switch.
many informants you think are in Well, we looking at this picture right here. Let me bring it up.
Well,
We looking at this picture right here of how many people?
they said 4 people was already in jail, already
people already in
incarcerated.
jail. We
so
have
we gotta
12.
question them already.
We got 19.
4 of them was already
19
locked up
people.
before this happened.
How many of them would you possibly think could be informants?
Out of 19, we gonna give it half. I'm gonna keep
Half?
it real. I'm from the streets. I've been through that, but I've never been a person that commit crimes with other people. But I'm just imagine if it's 19 people, I think 8 to 10. Maybe 10 gonna turn, but we gonna give half and say 8.
8 of them.
8 of them gonna switch and try to get themselves home quicker.
So they may not have been informants at the start, but they've switched to being an informant.
And
sometimes.
some was already
some way.
informants.
Yeah.
We know Brick Baby and Loose Cannon has been talking too much. Period. If this is all going on, I remember when I started my first page, a lot of people were saying, "Damn, the '60s. Ever since Nip passed, is looking bad. It's over. They about to get an indictment," and they've been saying this for years. So, you know, it looks like if everybody else knew, that mean they knew.
Yeah.
And the people that's like, you know, they saying Big U got all this, you know, problems and all that. He would knew. He knew already this was coming.
Yeah.
And what was it? What they say they got him
How
for?
would he know? Why would he know? Why would he know? And how would he know?
Well, they say he worked with a program that deals with the police for gang injunction and or gang. I can't think of the word, but they
Gang
both-
prevention.
prevention. There we go.
Okay, so he worked with gang prevention, so he has a direct line
With the police.
with the police.
What's
Okay.
going on? What's over
so he
here?
got the heads up, maybe.
I mean, I would think that if you're
Because the
talking to them and
federal
giving them
government-
information, it's only right, for them to give you information.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be something to that if everybody locked up but you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want nobody to get it fucked up. I'm not saying that, you know, he's the one who's playing the play and snitch. Because right now it's looking like 600. Because soon as 600 said too much, this shit happened. Whack, we already know, you know, everybody feel a certain way about Whack, and not too many people like him. They call him the snitch CS2 and all that. You know, been in paperwork. But it's just too much going on, and too many people already know shit. So why is it just a problem now? Like, why is this thing got nipped in the bud? If you know 600 and Whack is this and that,
Yeah.
they looking at California weird. They looking at LA weird. Like, y'all niggas ain't handle that. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
to my thought process is it just acting. You know, we buy Hollywood. You feel me? So
Mhm.
a lot of stuff get played in script, even from the reality TV shows. And the house that they showed, it doesn't look like a made nigga millionaire that then got over on all these scams. His son on a professional football team. Is that even his house? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would you put that out already? And he's not even in jail.
Yeah, that's a lot. So, murder, fraud on it was fraud for the loans
The loans, yeah, they said business and
during COVID, the
COVID.
PPP loans. So he got the PPP loan fraud, and I believe human trafficking.
so supposedly he was getting a little bit of bread. He's a intimidator, and he runs that area. So they're trying to get him, you know,
Extortion.
yeah, for all the Crips over there. And he's a big player. And Big U is not a new guy. He got great hairs. He's been doing this, 3-4 generations. He's about probably 60 or close to 60.
So you get a lot of enemies, right?
Yeah.
So you know, he trying to play. Like I could easily see him trying to play, trying to, you know, he stay close to keep his enemies close. But they say keep your enemies close. Maybe that's what he's doing directly, keeping his enemies close. But they say your enemy's your best friend.
And it makes sense, but the thing that 600 was just out of pocket, and then it looks like why soon, and then the dude had a badge on today when he did his video, which he
600?
plays with it and act like since y'all calling me the police, you on the police, but ain't nobody gonna do nothing. But that's a dangerous game because I really believe he's with the police. So you know how many street niggas are and active members and acting gangbangers be like, oh wait, bro, tell him. You know what I'm saying? Because no one heard that. No one heard that Big U fingerprints was on the football player. But they say the murder ain't got nothing to do with a football player, what he was talking about. They say it's a rapper. And if y'all know, y'all let me know. I don't know who the rapper is. Was he talking about Nipsey? But I think it was after Nipsey. But, you know, when it comes to saying rapper, so many niggas in this gangbang field could be considered rappers after they pass. They not a rapper before, but when they die, it was this gang member, drug dealer, rapper. You know, that's our three things we get. He from there and he do this.
Song on the hard drive, and he's a rapper, you know.
So I want people to tell me. We said Brick Baby got caught with them guns. He was looked at a long time ago, and he been good. So now they got he got Brick Baby, and they got Loose Cannon, and I feel like them is they intel. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I just feel like it. What they say on the dead homies, on they dead homies. I just feel that you know, and they played it, and even the news said, go to the news clip where they said the social media people. So we know they watch. We know that the police is into this.
The influence, yep.
Yeah, influencers, and they giving up a lot.
Definitely. Anything to say about like them kind of going after Big U? You know, with all this, I'm not trying to minimize anything they got on them. I just haven't heard nothing. I haven't, you know, seen nothing. You don't necessarily like. He really working the shadows if that's the case. You know what I mean? But they going after Big U because what you do see about Big U is community activists, community gang prevention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gets back to the community.
Yeah, he gets back to community. You know, he's doing this and doing that. What they say was all a cover.
But they watching this shit. Remember when he had
but
the
how
truck
long can he get away
and
with
he said
it?
it got stolen, and then they kind of made it look like Big U ran a play there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we'll never see Big U on here run his mouth, but we'll see, you know, other people from that 6-0 neighborhood that you know, says stuff maybe because of they hating. Because we know when you from a large neighborhood, everybody not gonna like you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you a bully and you put fear in niggas' heart. You know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna group up and do the thing. But Wack supposed to be from Pacoma Piru, 2 P's and a B. You know what I'm talking about? He keeps getting dragged into everything. And I want you to tell me, what do you think? I know you don't really follow the gangbang and stuff all like that.
What's the question?
But what do you think that why is Wack Hunter mentioned in this? Because he's not from 6-0. But he does have things with Wack Hunter.
Wack.
He don't like Big U. He don't like Big U, and he fuck with 600. So what do you think his play is to where everybody is saying he got something to do with this?
Man, I know they probably that's gonna be something they're gonna jump to and assume to. I don't know if he got something to do with it or not, but if he do, then soon, you know, it'll be on the paperwork, right?
Nah. Some people's names is not gonna be on paperwork because they with the law. They gotta stay.
They're anonymous or something.
They gotta stay different things so they can keep running their play and getting these niggas in jail. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is like, unless Wack was working the whole time to try to get information on Big U over the years and then reporting to the police, I don't think you can blame it on Wack for Big U being arrested for informing anybody. Because like, how do you expect the enemy from the nigga to? How you expect his enemy to be getting information?
But since you don't follow that, okay, this is how it go. he was at one point Big U right hand man from a different hood and all that, blood crip, but we cool, we get money, we do this. They was solid. They was like, you know what I'm saying? 2 P's and a B. They was solid, and then it switched, and then it was F him. Same thing with Loose Cannon. He used to say, fuck Wack, I don't like Wack, but then he end up on his team. Now he back on his team. So it's a lot of, like you say, keeping your enemies close and trying to come up how you can. But it's a lot of fakery, fake shit, and it's hard to call it. But I think it's some players in this game that's really on the other side. And I can't tell you who. I can't say Big U is not it and all that. We know Big U solid and got Squabble and was a real one from, back in the day. But he do got that line with the police. He do got that line. Mm-hmm. So it's sketchy. And then, when everybody caught but that your shit, it just, I don't know. But then I think Brick Baby and Loose Cannon, do I think they caught like the rest of the JoJo's and what you say, Blueface and them niggas? I don't know. It gets tricky. So
yeah, that's crazy. That's definitely there's a lot of people caught up on this. A lot of no names too. People that work behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
And when they told me that 4 people was already incarcerated when it happened, that's where your antennas come up, Mm-hmm. Out of them 4, how many was talking and dropping code? Especially the niggas that go all day and be like, hey, who might can get you out? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So it gets tricky. What else going on, man? What you think about 600? He came on the thing with a badge, like I said. Do you think that bro is I think he been trying to tell. He been trying to tell on Big U forever. But I think he might have knew that it wouldn't even matter because Big U was already plugged in. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that type of vibe. But what do you think about the 600 character?
He always come off to be, like he not necessarily. He could be he could be a cop. He could have, like he just come off to he feel like he a cop. He don't really come off to be like he was right. Where he from? He from what's 600's background, if you don't mind? Cause I seen videos.
I don't know. They said he got to put on when he was older, but they also said he's from that area. Yeah. But just because you lived in that area doesn't mean you was with that function. You know what I mean?
Like he could be from the area, but maybe he played sports.
Yeah, they said he played football.
Football, yeah, that makes sense.
So he came around later, and a lot of niggas that's from that area.
So I could believe that.
Say they don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So he's not. Well, look, he's not in the indictment. We think 6-0, and then we think all the niggas that's talking about 6-0. Supposedly they got them all.
So we got Wack, 600.
No, Wack's not. He don't got to do with this.
I'm just saying though. Like,
okay.
People trying to put it on Wack.
They said Wack put the Crips against the Crips, and he didn't expose you niggas, and he put y'all in jail.
Some people trying to put it on Big U. So we got 3.
No one's gonna. I think that's our thing. I think that's our thing, to where you never know.
We trying to put. We trying to. Put,
no, we just put it out there to where
the dark horse.
Where the players is at.
Yeah.
The players can play, but just because he's the name and he's looked at, we gotta find Big U. He's the one. He's the top dog. Mm-hmm. That could be police work from the start.
Yeah.
And we know he has that he has that.
And if that's the
case, connection,
then we taking it all the way back to Nipsey. And then we start skeletons start falling out the closet. You know what I mean? And it's a problem.
Yeah. Did he like Nip? Did he not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Did he have something to do with that? And we all have our what we heard, and some people what they know. He's the muscle in 6-0. He's the big homie, and he tell niggas break bread. You ain't breaking bread. That's why Black Sam shot up in the air, and he took his studio work. All this shit we hear, we know Big U is a nigga that makes some niggas nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then another player in the game on the internet, because we not going to go on just the street niggas on this picture. We go on the internet, Cowboy, and he just got into it with a loose cannon, and you know he has whatever his history is, but he's not included either. R600, so take that however you may.
Yeah. So you think Adam is safe out of this? Is he safe from
Oh
this?
man, Adam is yeah, he's a devil worshiper. Of course he's safe. This is his playfield. It's to get niggas locked up. Adam has a big part to this. Thank you for bringing that up. I think Adam has a big part of this situation. You feel me? Because if you think about it, Adam has been pushing all the neighborhoods on this shit. You know what I'm saying? And what? 4 Extra. He can't stay out of jail. Had me thinking 4 Extra might be with them boys too. They just do it for content, but you know, it might not be that. But I'm saying he got a lot of. That's his thing. Divide and conquer. Bring this nigga to talk shit, and then bring the nigga that he was talking shit about. That's his play. You feel me? So, hey, what you say? Ooh, and that's how, you know, how a lot of things get cracking.
Most definitely. Yeah, I don't know if Adam's completely immune from this, because he seemed like he's the type to put his hands in something just for the experience, you know. And he do things just to say he did it. So
Just to say, yeah, I can do that. I'm that guy.
Done it. Yo, yeah, I did that with them, or I did it with the meat, you know.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been to
Brick,
the hood.
baby.
I've been to this hood. As we see, he been to the hood in Chicago, the projects, old block. Been to the 40s. Like a lot of niggas couldn't say they did that. Yeah, this is just I couldn't get it on that.
Oh no, you good. You good. We was up then. But yeah. So this is where we at. Where Big U at? I ain't looking. I ain't helping. I ain't guessing.
Yeah, and ain't no
They say he
telling.
in Southern California.
They
but
said, yeah, they think he's still out here,
nah.
Southern California. But Big U got a professional football player son, and they say he got money. Boy, he better be gone. He better not be the fuck up out, especially in California. Say he in different states, but if he in
Southern
California,
California, you might as well just never
go
mind.
to the police station. Say, I heard y'all looking for me. I'm Big U. What's his name?
Eugene Hanley Jr.
Yeah.
Pops
I'm him.
Pops is Pop. Never mind.
But yeah, it's getting tricky.
Senior ain't happy right now, or maybe he is. I don't know. It's the two sides of the coin.
Yeah, ain't no telling. But this has been on the internet for so long, to where if these people was playing them games, they should have been vacated and moved around.
Yep.
Because if everybody else seen it coming, you know they seen it coming. So what's really going on? Something ain't right.
Nah, something ain't right. But yeah, if I was Big U, I'd be out the cunt. I'd have deported myself.
Yeah, nigga going. I'm
I'd
going
have
with the
deported
immigrants.
myself.
Yeah, I ain't supposed to be here. I'm out of here. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
But who was the Brian Perez? Somebody let me know in the comments who is Brian Perez and what he got to
Mija.
do with it.
Mija.
Is he the Mija? Does he got? That's his last. That's it.
Mija, yeah.
Ain't that a woman? Female? Mija.
Meija.
Mija means
Mija.
female.
We could be messing it up. Brian Perez.
Yeah.
Meija.
Yeah, it don't sound right, man. And I want to know
What
what
you wanna? Why? I kind of want to dig into why you worried about Brian Perez, because we definitely made him a topic of the
because they
situation,
mentioned
even though
him, but that is
there's nothing about we don't know nothing about him,
But
anything about
the
him.
news. The news said he was a fugitive when they were saying Big U. So why is he? What he do? They didn't say what he did. What part does he got to do with the 6-0 indictment? That's what I want to know. He's definitely Hispanic. He's definitely maybe from another country. He's definitely did they say he was the drug? They ain't say nothing. So that's why I want to know why they even bring his name in it,
Mm-hmm.
unless he's an inside man. And that's how you gotta look at a lot of these dudes, man. Hype talk. Now I'm not saying about Big U and none of that, cause I don't know none of these dudes, but I know for sure. What's that nigga name? Brick Baby and Loose Cannon. Yeah, they didn't said enough, and they didn't say enough for a long time. On the dead homies, on this, on that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
suspect, my boy.
Yeah, do sound a little sus. And it was kind of odd how Big U, they called him the kingpin of the rolling 60s, right? They don't words.
Yeah.
I should play it, right? They call him the kingpin.
He's that boy. He's that guy.
Yeah. All the other underlings are gone except for Brian Pre. Could have been the accountant.
Yeah,
Could
but
be
the
that
only
kind.
thing about it is that they just put too much on him already. He supposedly got the line. He's this worker, this and that. So you would think he would be good, but then again, they only can use you and get on until they done. You feel me? So they might let him get cracking, be the man. Son go to the NFL, everything good, and then say, "Your time is up. We done with you. You gotta, answer to some of these things you've done." It was good while it lasted.
Let's see. He can't get in there. That's not him, huh? Could be him.
So, only thing I can think of is a 600 told and put it down, and that's cause he been talking shit. He said them niggas is busters. They got snitches around. He not feeling that, but he does mention that he's from that neighborhood. But is he spiteful because the homies don't fuck with him like that, or they look at him different? Cause I've also heard, nigga, you got put on the hood when you was 30. You not a real 6-0. You know what I'm saying? And then he proves his point by going over there with nobody around or early in the morning. But right now it look like 600 got a lot to do with it. If you want to put whack 100 in it, possible. But he ain't got nothing to do with 6-0 business. So if y'all put whack 100 in 6-0 business, who fault is that?
Yeah.
Can't be wax.
Yeah, that's not Wax Ball. You think that's him? That's not him, no.
Now who's that?
That's not the dude from the picture, no. Hard to tell. That's 2 years ago, though.
But y'all let me know, man. Cause and make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. It's good in the hood. It's all good in the hood. But not today.
No,
but it
not-
might be
definitely
good
not
for
in the
certain
60s.
individuals. But it looks bad for the 60s right now.
Definitely in the 60s, the 30s,
Huh?
the 40s.
Nah, this is just them. But they might be coming for them next.
Long Beach.
40s is popping on the internet too. We got 4 Extra, we got X4, and this just shows you that some of you niggas need to shut the fuck up and just gangbang. If you gangbang and you doing these trips and running shows and what they say Big you do, indicting or not indicting, they bullying people, taking their stuff. But he wasn't the one on the internet though. But his homies was. They was speaking on him highly, and some of them speaking of him very bad. So, it just don't look right. And then we got the 40s going through the same thing too. So, all you members and gangbangers take heed to this, cause they coming for all of us, especially if you from a nigga hood. Mexicans too, but they don't speak their business like that. They not the topic. We the topic. So maybe we should change the narrative. You know what I mean?
Definitely with this new little Trump Trump coalition, like they're gonna try to get some easy fish. So if you online, you know what I mean, talking about it, just putting the bait out there, that's gonna be the easy fish for them. Like they really want to make a difference and get the real ones. But if you online, it's you being the easy fish.
Yeah, you might speak just too much just to get them views, and
Yeah.
they listening, as we can see. It might, you know, when it comes to indictments and putting shit together, they're gonna get all the information they can get. You know what I mean? Until they say, "Oh shit, we got a good old case right now." And with these 19, 20 boys, 20 grown men, it looking like they say, "Yeah, we got it." What? Break Baby, Loose Cannon, come on over here too. Which, you know, even if they informants and all that, you got to put them in there. And if they beat it, then, you know, they just make it look like they didn't have enough on them.
Yeah, but Loose Cannon and Brick Baby, that conversation they had 16 hours before it went down, that alone could have got them.
Yeah, that could have been the extra that they needed.
Just to go after them.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, a lot of people thinking it's a game and it's all just jokes and entertainment. And, you know, for the most part it is, but once you start working with the underground and you incriminating shit, you might want to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, so y'all let us know what y'all think. There's a whole lot of things going on, but do you think that who's the person that giving the information? You know what I mean? It's gonna be a couple, so y'all go ahead and put that in the comments, man. Is it 2, 3, 4, 1? Who y'all think telling? I know a lot of people gonna say 600, but he been crying out to get Big U busted.
Let's give him an option. We'll
so
say
it should be somebody else.
We'll say A whack.
Whack 100.
A is whack. B is 600.
C is Loose Cannon.
C is Loose Cannon.
And D, Brick Baby.
We're not going with the
who was on the inside.
We're not going with the Big U.
I mean, he's at the top. Big U's number 1.
So he's gonna get blamed regardless. Mark's telling himself. Okay.
I mean, yeah, Big U is in there. People done spoke about him, said stuff, but he's supposed to be a real one, solid. But we also heard that he's worked with the police, got a special phone.
Yeah.
Got to connect right to him. So, yeah, I forgot about him, but yeah, he should be at the top of the list.
So, A, whack 100. B, 600. C, Loose Cannon. D, Brick Baby. Who is telling? We're going to call this a night. Y'all have a good one. Who you think's going to, real quick, let's hit the...
Tap in.
You know what I mean? Who you think's going to get it on fantasy basketball? Let's give them something to flip it on. You know what I mean? Who you think? Give me your top 3 picks real quick.
Okay, who's playing?
Let's see. Like any of those?
Anthony Edwards, over.
Anthony Edwards over what? With 24.5 points. Anthony
he
Edwards.
scores 30.
He scores 30, okay. Give him one more.
CP3. I mean, SG. Is the OKC playing? That nigga been killing. Hey, that's MVP, bro. SGA been playing out of his mind.
Nope.
Okay. What's his name? What's his?
Tobias Harris.
For Indiana. 21. That's close. Yeah, I don't know. It's close. But he might hit the 25. Who is Indiana? I mean, who are they playing?
The Mavericks. Everybody hurt.
Yeah, over. That's my 2
Over.
picks. Yeah.
Pascal Siakam in points.
And
over 21.5 points. And we got Anthony Edwards over 24.5 points.
That's my
Y'all
picks
take that
for
to the
day.
bank. All right. We out.
Yeah,
Like, subscribe, follow, all that. Appreciate y'all.